I have a very serious question for you that is going to be a game changer. Think before you answer. Who are you trying to please, God or man? Oh my God, y'all, so many people are doing this totally wrong. Whatever you do not prioritize social acceptance over spiritual commitment. It'll change your life. What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal. I'm your results and transformation coach. And on this channel, we talk about becoming the best version of ourselves by working on our mind, our body, and our soul. And right now we are in the middle of a series, 21 days of letting go and trusting God's guidance. Setting up the segue going into the new year so that we can not only be amazing and powerful, but overcome any challenges that are put in our way. So with each one of these principles, I am giving you 3 scriptures. I'm telling you what I know. If you take these 3 scriptures, find yourself some paper or note cards, write them down over and over and over again. No, we're going to write them down once, but read them over and over and over again. I'm trying to tell you, you're going to build an amazing foundation. And not only that, load up your ammunition. So when these become challenges in the future, you'll have something in your storage bank that remind you of not just who you are, but whose you are. So with that being said, we're going to jump into day number 10. We're talking about releasing the need of approval. I have this saying that I say that I am not other people's opinion of me. While that sounds profound and powerful and strong, if you really don't believe it, right, it's going to show in your actions and in your living. But we really want to become a people that only seek, search, and desire God's approval, because that's all we really need. All right, so with that being said, we're going to jump in with each and every one of these days. We have 3 scriptures. Our first scripture for today, it can be found in John chapter 12, verse 43, and it reads, "For they love the praise of men more than the praise of God." So what we get to do is not prioritize social acceptance over spiritual commitment. And again, with everything else, is a lot easier to say than actually do, especially in the world that we live in today. Like, you go on social media, like they have a good, and they're good, and I say good, of making you think that you need all these things, or you got to look a certain way, or you got to speak a certain way. Y'all know that was my story. Like, you know, my syllables wasn't long enough. My vocabulary wasn't good enough to do what God told me to do. But then you realize, like, it's not about the people. When we please God and do what He called us to do, the rest don't matter. Like, those walls will come falling down. Let me tell you, like I always like to say, y'all, I'm not just telling y'all this because I heard it and it sound good, but a lot of this is just my personal experience and things that I have, or my personal testimony and things that I was challenged with in life myself. So, and this is one of them. And I don't really think, and sometimes it's not about what we think, but actually what we do is looking to others for approval, but it always come up in your actions. So it's like, if you're afraid to do a thing, why? Like, if you don't think that you're a powerful public speaker and you choose not to open up your mouth and talk, why is that? Because we're worried about how we sound to other people, Crystal, more than what I'm worried about of how it sounds to God. Like, when we come with a pure heart, like, that's the best thing that we could do. There is no right or wrong way. You just got to show up and make it do what it do. All right. So with that being said, our second scripture is found in Galatians chapter 1, verse 10. And it reads, "For do I now persuade men or God? Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Christ." You cannot serve 2 masters. People try it though. They say, "Oh, I serve God," right? Are we serving them through our actions, or are we just serving them through what we say? So, you know, sometimes we seek to win approval of others. Let me say that better. Sometimes we seek approval of men because we think sometimes that men is, and when I speak men, people on earth, men or women, sometimes we try to please them so that they can give us the raise, or they can put us in the places that we want to go, or they can help us open up the business, or they can help us get to another level. But honey, God is in control of all of this. we can please those people and those people could change. The God we serve, he said, I am the Lord thy God and I change not. So when he says something, he's going to do it. But what we do is, because it's right in front of us, we don't like to wait. We're not patient, and people are promising and trying to deliver on a promise. Immediately, we're not willing to wait and go through the process that we need to go through. And y'all, it's something about going through the process too. Like, we can just be given certain things, but when you earn it and you go through the process, it's just different. But again, going back to what I was saying, sometimes because we have friends and people in certain places, we feel like, oh, if I can do for, or if I can, please them, for lack of a better term of what we're talking about now, that they can give us the raise and they could push us up against the line. But let me tell you something, and I tell my kids this over and over and over again. I've experienced this myself. When you lean in on God and he make the decision within a second, all that other stuff don't matter. It don't matter. I got 3 degrees and I don't use any of them. I guess, I mean, it's my channel and I'm talking my stories, so y'all going to hear some of my stories over and over again. Even when it came to opening up the restaurant, I didn't go to school to learn how to be a chef. I just had a passion for what I did, and God opened up the door. And not only did he open up the door, but when he blessed that joker, it was blessed. I'm not that bad. As much as a bad person that I think I am, like mentally strong and all that, I'm not that bad. Like, I just think about it. As good as you may be in whatever it is that you do, just think of God just taking sprinkle just a little bit on it, like where you could be. You won't even recognize yourself. I'm trying to tell y'all not what I heard, but what I've experienced. So, okay, so right, that's another thing. Don't change your message. Like, sometimes we'll change our message based upon the type of people that we are around. If God gave you a message, say it the way he told you to say it and let it be whatever it's going to be. But sometimes we'll change our message and our actions to gain friends. We don't want to step on anybody's toes. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And I always like to say, like, my friends, my friends that are my friends, they know me. Like, sometimes I'll disappear. And when I disappear, I'm disappearing because I need to pray. I just need to put myself in a box. I need to strengthen my spirit. And you can't do all that when you are open to the world, when you're always open to all of your friends, and it's okay. And what I'm saying that to say, like, when people leave you, maybe it's for a reason. It's not always like, oh my God, how we get in our feelings, or let me say our flesh. Oh my God, so-and-so not supporting me. Oh my God, so-and-so left me. Oh my God, this happened. Hello, it might be for your greater good. But sometimes what we do, because we want to please everybody, we'll run and we'll oh, what happened? And no, sometimes you got to just learn how to let go and let God do what he do. And the ones that are supposed to be there, when the smoke clear, you won't have to seek and search for your tribe. And that's literally, I'm like, Lord, I need to be surrounded around people that are going to enhance what it is that you told me to do, like this. And not even just that, like, you don't have to pray that prayer just because you want to enhance whatever God told you to do. Like, you want your everyday, you want people around you to have your back. You want people around you that understand. You want people around you that is not perfect. And when I say that's not perfect, because you have some people that are holier than thou, and they think that they have arrived. And sorry, sugar, sorry, sir, you haven't. But it'll show through your living. So I really have a desire. I'm like, ooh, every time I say it, my heart goes, because I'm like, listen, y'all, they be, I'm putting all this trust in God, and whatever he do, he do. But I'm really excited to see. I'm really just excited to have the testimony of what it looked like when you let go of yourself, when you get over yourself, when you release all that you know, and you open up yourself and just ask God to, like, mold you, create you, surround you, like whatever it is that he had for me, that he equipped me, and that I just surrender and let go of whatever it is. And it doesn't always mean your friends or people you're around. Sometimes you got to let go of yourself. That's a bar. Ooh. All right, our last scripture is going to be found in Proverbs chapter 29, verse 25. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whosoever putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. So the fear of men bring danger, but whosoever putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. And I don't care when people threaten you and all that. And y'all, I say this all the time, and I actually live by this. When I say live by this in my thinking, when people do something to you and they don't mean well for you, sometimes what we do is when we're not grounded, especially, we'll have a quick response. But I'm learning, like, my response is prayer. And when I say I put it in God's hand, I put it in his hand, not to pray that he tear the other person down, but this is not my battle. And if you don't know, you're going to soon find out if you try this. When you put it in God's hand and let him fight your battle, the battle is already won. God can't do it like you do it. So I tell people, put your fix-it away. Put your fighting spirit away. Let God handle it. And it doesn't matter. Like, he always gonna come out on top. Period. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you what I know. We're not fighting these battles. We gotta hand them over to him, put our fix-it away, and let him do what it is that he do. But we do not, as a people, have to run around and solicit the friendship of others to get where it is that we want to go. So remember, there's a prerequisite, if I said that right, for that. Because our prayer is, we have all the desires of our heart, but we want them to line up with God's will for us. And when we do that, we don't have to go chase nobody. We don't have to beg nobody. We don't have to please anybody. All we have to do is get in alignment with what it is that we said. Lord, if it be your will, let it be done. And if it matches up, he is going to make a way. And the best thing about this, y'all, when he make a way out of no way, the way is made. So again, just release the approval of others. You don't need it. So that's our lesson. Seek God's approval, not man's. Super simple. All right. So our action step for today. Our action step. I thought about this, y'all, as I was going through these lessons. I was like, you know what? I need to create a journal out of this whole 21 day of letting go and trusting God's guidance, and put it all in one spot so we can go through the 21 days and have your journal prompts. But here it is. Identify one decision, just one. You can do 2, 3, or 4 if you want, but at least do one. Where you've been delaying due to fear of judgment of other people. And I'm smiling because I'll share it in a second. Take one bold step forward. So again, even with, I really want to do better in my speech, but I want to do better in my speech in the areas of where God needed to be better, if that makes sense. So like, even, I'm thinking about like this future and the things that we're about to do, and my heart start racing. But I have to remind myself too, as powerful as this is, like, who I am and whose I am. It's not about the people. It's about you being obedient to God. He'll take care of the people, y'all. He will take care of the people. I'm trying to tell you what I know. It's our job to get in alignment and do his will, and the rest of it is going to be done. So I pray that you guys got something out of my few scattered remarks. Let's do this. Release the opinions of other people. Say it to yourself in the mirror. I am God's child. I am not the opinions of other people. And we got to say that powerfully, because some of us, even in today, we are moving based upon the fear of what other people are going to say. But here go the message. You have the scriptures. It's in your hand to make it do what it do. So with that being said, I pray that you got something from our few scattered remarks. If you like what you heard, like, subscribe. I'm excited for what the new year have to come. Those of you that have a word of prayer, just continue to pray that I stay in alignment and on track with what God had for me. So, all right. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have the most amazing day ever. Also, share this with a friend or two that you think may help it. I'm working on our tribe, y'all. I have something coming. I'm trying to tell you. And I just pray that I just stay before God and trust him, trust his timing, and trust his instruction. Because we say it, because we have these scriptures, we're going to continue to be faced with the challenges. I just want to continue to overcome and overcome and overcome, and to see what the end is going to be. So I pray that you have the most amazing day ever, and I will see you guys tomorrow.